Have you heard the phrase, "you're gonna need a bigger boat"? Well, you'll need a bigger, beefier Android device to run these demanding mobile games. Unfortunately, contemporary mobile devices have a long way to go to reach the technical prowess of home consoles. But that doesn't deter developers from squeezing every ounce of graphical fidelity to allow your new hardware to shine. At number 1, Alien Isolation. At $14.99, Alien Isolation is on the higher end of Android games when it comes to cost, but the cost is worth it. The game follows the story of Ellen Ripley's daughter Amanda on her quest through the wonderfully recreated Sevastopol space station. In essence, it's the same game you'll find on consoles and PC. Even though it's been tweaked and optimized for Android, its visuals still stand above and beyond what most games on the platform can offer. So don't be surprised if Alien Isolation doesn't run well on your device, as it is demanding. To run the game, you'll need a device like the OnePlus 6T or the Samsung Galaxy S10 with Android 10 installed. Not only that, but you'll also need at least 11 GB of storage space to install the game. But if you're looking for a horror experience on Android, it doesn't get any better than Alien Isolation. At number 2, Black Desert Mobile. Black Desert Mobile brings the popular MMORPG experience to Android and iOS devices. Any RPG worth its salt features vast worlds ripe with characters and side quests, as well as dungeons to explore. Black Desert Mobile doesn't disappoint in that regard. Being multiplayer-focused by its nature, this genre tends to tax the hardware with countless characters and visual effects populating the screen. Simply put, you need a fairly capable device. While Black Desert Mobile is not as demanding as Alien Isolation, you'll still need a device with at least 3 GB of RAM and Android 6.0 or higher installed. At number 3, Dead Cells. Dead Cells has received many awards since its release, not to mention the plethora of nominations. It's a roguelike 2D action platformer with elements of Metroid and Castlevania. It's also one of the best indie games to come out in recent years. Being a 2D game, Dead Cells sports simpler visuals, but it supports a silky smooth 60 FPS mode that works a treat, and you can even bump the frames higher than that if you own a high framerate device. At number 4, Genshin Impact. Genshin Impact has become one of the most popular games on mobile platforms. It combines the vibrant visuals of Ni no Kuni with the wondrous open-world gameplay of Breath of the Wild. But instead of taming cutesy creatures or playing as a green tunic-clad Link, you guide anime girls across a vast fantasy world. At number 5, GRID Autosport. Racing games are historically among the best-looking, and screenshots for GRID Autosport tout console-level visuals. While that might be an exaggeration, the 100 cars and tracks featured in the game sure look exceptionally great. GRID Autosport has a less restrictive list of devices to run on, so long as they have at least Android 9 installed. But you'll still need a fairly hefty storage space of 4 GB. At number 6, Life is Strange. Wouldn't it be cool if you could control time and change the outcome of certain situations? Life is Strange's Max Caulfield can do that. She uses her unique powers to protect her friends from harm, all the while investigating the mysterious disappearance of one of her classmates. Life is Strange pulls you in with a gripping narrative, branching story paths, and multiple endings. Every choice you make leads to consequences, both favorable and detrimental. The Android version comes with full controller support and includes a photo mode that takes advantage of Max being a photography student. And while it's not the most visually demanding game out there, you'll still need a device running at least Android 6.0 with 2 GB of RAM. At number 7, Real Racing 3. With series like Need for Speed and Burnout under its belt, publisher and developer Electronic Arts is no stranger to racing games. Real Racing 3 ups the ante by offering over 200 vehicles, from exotic hypercars to speed kings like formulas and stock cars from NASCAR. You should get a good idea of how well these cars look just by checking out the screenshots. But in case you're in doubt, even the product page for Real Racing 3 emphasizes that it's a resource-intensive game. and unlike with GRID Autosport, you can download it and start playing for free. At number 8, Shadowgun Legends Online FPS. With games like Dead Trigger 2 and Unkilled under its belt, developer Madfinger Games is no stranger to high visual fidelity. Shadowgun Legends is the most recent addition to the company's portfolio and touts itself as a console-quality first-person online shooter. It's hard to argue with that statement because everything in Shadowgun Legends, from weapons and enemies to the surrounding environments, looks like it could belong on a console. At number 9, Sky, Children of the Light. If Sky looks like the 2012's Journey, it's because both games share the same developer. Sky is an open-world MMORPG that focuses on human interaction. No shooting and no explosions, just you interacting with and assisting other players from across the globe. It's an experience that encourages you to spread light, warmth, and compassion throughout the game's world. Explore 7 unique realms, interact with other players, or even bring them along on your travels. Much like the studio's previous projects, Flow, Flower, and Journey, Sky is bursting with vibrant visuals. At number 10, Streets of Rage 4. Not many game series survive for 3 decades and cement themselves as genre-defining. Even fewer receive sequels after decades of absence. Streets of Rage 4 is a 2020 revival of an iconic beat-em-up from 1991, and what a revival it is. Streets of Rage 4 brings together everything that fans of the original love about the series. Iconic characters, spearheaded by the likes of Axel Stone and Blaze Fielding. A modernized soundtrack was created in collaboration with the original composer, Yuzo Koshiro. Streets of Rage 4 received an Android release as recently as March of 2022, and it looks as good as it possibly could on a mobile platform. For $5.99, you're not getting a better beat-em-up than this. At number 11, The Room, Old Sins. No, this isn't a long-overdue sequel to Tommy Wiseau's 2003 drama, The Room. Developed by Fireproof Studios in Guildford, UK, The Room Old Sins is a puzzle-adventure game akin to Myst. In fact, Old Sins is the 4th entry in the series, and much like its predecessors, it focuses on puzzle solving. At number 12, XCOM 2 Collection. When it comes to turn-based strategy games, few surpass the challenging combat of XCOM 2. An alien race has taken control of Earth and most of humanity. It's up to you to take control of the remaining resistance group and reclaim the planet that once belonged to humans. Much like with Alien Isolation, also developed by Feral Interactive, you'll need a fairly powerful device to run this game. XCOM 2's Play Store page lists the Pixel 3 and Samsung Galaxy Tab S6 among the minimum device requirements, in addition to a whopping 8.5, 17 gigabytes of free storage space. At number 13, Coverfire, Offline Shooting. Coverfire's main attraction is that it can be played offline, so you can enjoy high-fidelity graphics without sacking performance with online play. This is an action shooter striving for realism in both environment and gameplay. Graphically, the game is impressive and was well ahead of its time when released in 2017. Now the game stays updated for modern devices, requiring Android 8 and above to play. Coverfire makes the environmental textures pop out on the highest graphics while maintaining simple but realistic gunplay in offline missions. And if you're ready to get competitive at the highest benchmark, it still has online modes with leaderboards like online sniper tournaments. But of course it all hinges on whether your device is ready to bite off more than it can chew. At number 14, Ark Survival Evolved. Ark Survival Evolved requires a device equipped with 3 GB of RAM and up-to-date Vulkan support. Phones using Snapdragon 835 or newer should handle ARC. Survival evolved at the bare minimum. The less generalistic requirements and the bundled technical mess can make this game tricky to run, especially for average-of-the-mill and budget phones. But once you get ARC, Survival Evolved running and optimized, the survivalist experience in a Jurassic era feels similar to the other versions. Hopefully you're not dinosaur-phobic. And that's it for today's video, folks. We hope you enjoyed this list. Whether you're looking for a horror adventure, a racing simulator, or a roguelike platformer, these games will push your phone to the limit and make your eyes pop with their stunning visuals. Let us know in the comments which game impressed you the most, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more awesome content like this. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.